23-ish years, I think, if I do the math, something like that. We went to high school together at Emma Willard in Troy, locally. We met during pre-season for fall sports right before starting 9th grade. It was a long time ago. Linnea, we were like your age, so to put it in perspective. Yeah, and Alida was just like an amazing athlete. She was graceful and strong. She made varsity soccer her freshman year, while I was so horrible at soccer that I quit tryouts to play field hockey, which was a totally new sport to me at the time. I did make JV, but only because there weren't enough people trying out for the sport. Alida had short, spiked hair. It changed colors like almost every week, I swear. She wore these like huge Jenko jeans. They were massive. And she also had this like giant ball chain, like choker necklace that she wore all the time. And I think at that time, my style was probably somewhere between like a youthful corporate cash look and preppy J. Crew factory outlet store. Yes. Needless to say, we were very different in how we projected ourselves back then. But thank God for Mrs. Price's geometry class, because we were sat next to each other. And out of our differences, we quickly formed a bond, which led to lots of note passing, inappropriate laughter, always inappropriate, and in turn now a lifelong friendship. And I'm so grateful to Mrs. Price for that. We were definitely rebel rousers in her class, but she loved us, really loved us. And then, wow, from meeting to Alida till now, I feel like it could go on forever and ever and ever, because we've had so many adventures together. But I won't go on forever, I hope. I'll just name a few, which, like a few that come to mind. We traveled to India together on like a months-long trip with her mom, Kathy, and from there in India, we did a trek in Nepal to Annapurna Base Camp, and got, altitude sickness and froze. Alida rented a puffer jacket that had a zipper that didn't work, and we were like just so unprepared. She has been at my family does like every summer, we do like a huge Paquin family summer Olympics. And Alida participates, and she always wins. She excels. She always wins the shoe toss. Always wins the shoe toss. Kathy was my midwife. I have 2 little boys, and Alida was there, present at both of the births of my sons, so it was very special. She was also the first one of us, like back then, to get her license, so we would all drive with Alida and do, reckless things. Reckless in that, like, Alida would be driving with her knee and, like, putting on her, like, eye makeup perfectly in the rearview mirror while she was driving. Stick shift, yes. But, if you know Alida, you know that she is all in. She's like that type of person. She loves a challenge. She loves a conquest, I would say. She loves trying new things, and she loves new experiences. She enjoys the finer things in life and pretty much strives for the best in everything that she does and in all areas of her life. In other words, she has very, very high standards, Nick. Cue scene to about like 2.5 years ago when I called Alida, inviting her to join me for a Sylvanesso concert at Mass Mocha, the Berkshires. And she said yes, of course, because she always says yes. She'd love to go. And I said, okay, Alida, I'll get you a ticket. And she said, get me 2. And I said, really? 2 tickets? And she's like, because I didn't think she was really dating anyone, but she said, yeah, I just have a good feeling that I'll have a date by then. So, and she's gonna want to bring someone special. So I got her 2 tickets, and when the date of the show got closer and closer, I asked her, who are you gonna bring? And she said, well, I went on one date with this guy, and it was a really fun date, and I'd like to invite him, but I don't know, maybe it's too soon to introduce him to other friends, and to go all the way to a concert in the Berkshires, it's kind of a far drive. It's only a second date, what if he turns out to be a big weirdo? Well, she invited Rick, and he came, and it turns out that he was not a big weirdo. Any bigger than we all are. And it was just the perfect fit. So, Nick and Alida, I'm so happy for you both. I love you both. My family loves you. You're truly they really consider you a part of my family. And, I feel as much so a part of yours. And I'm so glad that you both found one another. I can't wait to continue being a part of the family that you become together, and as you grow together, be a part of all of that. So I, have my novel, so I'm not gonna raise a toast, but if you could, I'll raise a glass. A toast to nearest, to dearest, to the ones who've been there, to the ones who will be there, to dropping everything, to saying anything, to no judgments, to no doubts, to loyalty, to trust, to favors, to lifelong, to never too long, too far, to settling down, to having your back, to family, and to chosen family. To Alida and Nick.